So I bought Talk to Me on DVD along with Psycho Gorman, Terrifier 3, Until Dawn, and I believe some other stuff. So I did not watch this on streaming. I watched it on DVD, and the director who made this movie, the directors, are actually Raka Raka YouTubers who I used to watch growing up in middle school. I grew out of them by the time of high school because a lot of their humor was loud equals funny. They did have some high quality skits and they were having, fun making the channel. Um, One of my favorite videos as a kid was this Sesame Street parody where it was like Sesame Street but Five Nights at Freddy's, and I thought it was going to be a real horror movie. I was pretty gullible back then. I don't even know if it's still up on their channel. Um, they haven't posted in 2 years since this movie came out. Their last post is about this movie, even though they've directed another movie called Bring Her Back that I haven't seen yet. Um, so that's a little odd, but it's whatever. We're here to talk about the actual movie. The actual movie stars this girl named Mia, and she is grieving her mother still that passed away. I believe it was a year ago from suicide, and her dad just isn't really helping her that much. He's grieving too, so I can kind of understand that. Then, she has to rely on her friend's family instead. And that leads to some problems because they end up going to a party with this hand thing that is able to talk to the dead. But it is recommended that you should only talk to it for 90 seconds. She, unfortunately, on her very first time, goes over, which leads to bad things later in the movie. And then, of course, they end up convincing her friend's little brother, Riley, to use the hand. And Riley goes over because she thinks that he's talking to her mom and she wants to talk to her mom. So that obviously leads to bad things happening. She gets ostracized by her friends. But that is one thing I didn't like about the movie is it's a bit iffy on that. I guess they kind of need her to help them, but like there's points when they want nothing to do with her and then they're hanging out with her again. It's just very strange. She's hallucinating, so there leads to some weird things like, her sucking on a guy's toes, but she thinks it's a spirit doing that. Um, it's a very crazy movie. There's also character Haley, who's played by a non-binary actor who appeared in Ironheart. I believe I referred to their character as a girl in Ironheart because I didn't know the actor was non-binary. If I did, I'm sorry about that. I like to refer to people as their gender, even if, that's like, even if the role's not exactly gendered. But Haley's here. They're pretty cool. They don't get to do that much. They're just kind of an asshole character. And I thought they were pretty cool at times. I liked their character. But they end up just kind of disappearing from the movie. Same with Riley's friend. He was a bit of a shithead. But as soon as Riley's in the hospital, we never see him again. And I was expecting him to appear in the hospital at least once. I get he wasn't the best friend, but come on now. Um, then the movie ends with her getting convinced to kill Riley, but she's not able to go through with it, which was shown early on in the movie when there was like a dead or dying kangaroo in the beginning and she couldn't run it over, so she left it to die. So of course she can't go through with killing Riley, even if she is in this possessed weird state, which I thought was pretty cool. The movie ends with some other people in some other town speaking a different language and then a spirit pops up and it's her. So yeah, she's dead. Crazy ending. I thought she was just like still hallucinating still. I didn't think she was actually dead, but then the ending definitely confirms that. The deleted scenes, I could tell why all of them were removed, honestly. I don't think they really worked with the plot. The first deleted scene is this random woman who's probably related to Mia in some way. Just a completely cut character from the movie. Telling her to go talk to her dad. Then the second scene, though I thought it was funny, it doesn't fit the kid's character. There's this really Christian guy who hasn't even kissed his girlfriend yet, even though they've been dating for a while. I don't remember the time frame. And there's a scene in the movie where the mom is telling him to keep his hands and everything away from her daughter's vagina. And he goes, "What about yours?" I thought that was hilarious, but it doesn't really fit that character. And there's a few other deleted scenes with Mia being really mean to her dad and them having a longer conversation. And yeah, I can definitely see why most of them were cut. They also give us like a scene with one of the people from the opening scene's mom. Honestly, I really enjoyed this movie. I thought it was a really fun watch. And I actually cared about the characters in this movie. I really liked Mia. I really liked Riley. And I felt really bad when Riley was fucking hurt. And I was on the edge of my seat yelling at the TV when she was about to go and kill him. And then thank God the mom showed up to stop that. And then she's trying to kill him again. And I'm like, no, don't kill Riley, man. He's just a sweet 14-year-old kid. He doesn't deserve this. I was just trying to fit in. But yeah, honestly, really good movie. And yeah, I think that's really all I have to say. What a great film to start out your directing with.